address goal
Okay,
to
so
serve. Yeah.
let me just go back a little bit. So once you're part of the program, you recruited. For example, the two members in this class in the studio with me are part of our class 10.
Yeah.
They started in April 2022. They are placed at different government ministries and agencies. The 2 year one is at Mines and Energy. The other one is at Commerce.
Okay.
The Standards Lab. Okay?
Okay.
So once you are successful to go through our recruitment process, we take you and place you administrators and agencies of government. So since we are founded in 2009, we have been impacting like 29 government ministries and agencies around the
Okay.
country. We've also piloted in 4 private sector organizations. So once you're successful through the recruitment process, you are given an offer to serve at the government ministry and agency for the period of 2 years. Fellowship. That is, you do mentoring training. So even though you serve the government, beefing up the capacity and serving as a PYP at that institution, you still come back to the program every month for training, for performance
So you
management.
you still take training
From us, yeah.
Okay, PYP.
Yeah, so based on maybe you're placed at the Ministry of Mines and Energy, and you need training in a particular field, maybe something GIS or something like that. Some of those technical things that you need, you come back to us and we do trainings. Sometimes we do stress management, because sometimes you go to these offices, there are a lot of stress, you have issues, so we do stress management training. Maybe you go to these places and you need something in project management or project, like how to develop project concept paper. You come back to us every month for rigorous training and performance management. You also,
so that you still remain refreshed.
yeah,
Okay.
and then you keep to your feet and keep motivated as well. So you come back and do updates to us. What are you doing in your offices when you go there? You come back to the program and tell us every month, what are you doing? What are your issues? What can we do to help? And then we also do like a performance evaluation with your supervisor and mentor, because you are paired. We're not just going to dot you at the ministry. So we work in close collaboration with the head of the agency. Let me just say that the President's Young Professional Program has an MOU with the government of Liberia through the Civil Service Agency, so they are aware that we have our interest.
That you exist.
Yeah, we exist.
And then they give you the courtesy.
They give you support as well.
Okay.
So we get all of that from the government of Liberia.
Okay.
So and the Civil Service Agency Director General is chair of our board, our board of directors. So he's aware of what's happening with the program. We send out calls and ask government of Liberia, what do you need? We have these professionals, and we're recruiting for class 11 now.
Okay.
We're about to come out to you and say, do you need people in a specific field? Do you need people to work for you that you will impact? They will work for you. You already have the skills, but they're fresh professionals right out of universities. So they need support, mentoring, training as well, to be able to make them better professionals to move on with their lives. Yes. So we've impacted 29 government ministries and agencies. We have a whole wide range of professionals, doctors, lawyers, engineers. We have a geologist in the house right now.
Okay.
And then we have people in chemistry as well. We have a whole large range of professionals that are going through the program.
So we will talk more about the program, where the demands are in terms of success stories, reports that you get from the government agencies. But let me ask you, Cecilia, from your own, because the two of you bearing witness of the success of this program. Looking back at how you were molded through the program.
They're still in the program,
We're still in
actually.
the process.
They
okay.
just started 6 months.
Oh, you just started?
Yeah,
they just
I thought they are graduates.
No, they're not.
Oh,
They're
okay.
the current young professionals that started this year.
Because you just graduated some
Yes,
folks.
we just graduated 63 young professionals from
Okay.
classes 7, 8, and 9.
Okay.
So this is class 10.
Oh,
And
class 10.
recruiting for class 11 now.
So I said, how is it going?
Yeah.
Well, it's going good.
Tell us how
because-
were you accepted in the first place, those steps?
Okay, so a friend of mine told me about the process, and she's like,
That was when?
last year,
Okay.
the end of the year, because the program had an extended period for registration. So she said, Cecilia, let's apply. So I applied. I didn't even know anybody at the place.
Okay.
So we just applied, took our documents there, and I think we were the last to even apply, my friend and I. So we took our documents there, and they called us for test. We were to do a written test, like what we initially talk to the organization. So they call us for a written test, and we sat the test. After that, we were called again to do another test, computer based. So yeah, in Microsoft Suite, we did the test, and then we went to the next phase where we did test with CSA, because the PYPP is in collaboration with CSA. So we did a CSA test, and I was fortunate to reach the final stage. She did not make it.
Oh,
But yes, I went for the interview and I got accepted. And since then, it has been great, because where I'm placed, I met a fellow PYP there, and he was very nice in adjusting me to the process here.
So all this happening in a day or like a week's time?
No, it takes time. It takes time.
Okay, because it's rigorous to take
yes,
tests.
yes,
and-
yes.
So they started
And so-
last year, right?
Yes,
Last year,
yes.
and then they
okay.
did the recruitment process last year, and then she
Yeah.
just got placed and accepted this year.
Okay, so let's hear from you, Plaka.
Yes.
Yeah, let's hear you.
So the PYP program is very interesting. It's helpful as well.
Okay.
I got in contact with this program through one of my mentors at the
Okay.
time. He informed me that there is a program that is called the President Young Professional Program, and that was my first instant hearing about it. And so it encouraged me to apply. I sent in my application, and one of the things in Liberia is that there is always a kind of mindset that you have to know somebody there. And
Okay.
so at the time I didn't know somebody that. I just rely on the fact that what they have on the website is the merit based. The selection is based on merit, and it's very competitive. So I sent in my application. I was shortlisted. Went through the process. We first did the aptitude test. We did a computer test, and also the CSE test, like CC said. And then finally, I was shortlisted for the interview. After the interview, I got in the program. So, like the ED said, it was April that we finally connected with
placed,
yes to the PYP program. And currently, I'm at the National Standards Laboratory.
Okay.
Okay, so it's things are really moving fine, because I see myself moving the light of my career. I see
Okay.
myself contributing to the country as I've planned.
So at the university, what did you do?
I did chemistry
Oh,
major
okay.
and mathematics as minor.
So your degree, your degree from the university also coincides with where you will be placed in the,
Yes,
in the public
yes,
sector.
yes,
It's
yes.
not disarranged.
No.
You know.
So that's one of the things I like about it. As I previously said, if you have a plan and then you see your plan moving in that direction, all right, and that has happened with the President Young Professional Program. Mostly, if you do chemistry, there's a kind of mindset down the line. Probably you're going to be a teacher. That's almost normal. So, being with a laboratory, standards laboratory, it gives me that motivation, and it's something that keeps me moving on and want to do more and more for my country.
So Cecilia, what did you do at the university?
Oh, I studied geology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm placed at the Liberia Geological Survey on the Oval.
Okay. So, Madam Edie, how do you get these openings at the various ministries and agencies?
Okay.
It said that the CSA will alert you.
Okay, so what happens with our program is actually a 2-year fellowship that I told you initially that we have a MOU with the ministry, with the government of Liberia, signed through the Civil Service Agency and attested by the Ministry of Justice. So for our recruitment procedures, for example, right now it's open. August to October, we open our application from August 1st, it was open, it will be closed the 31st. So after this time, all of our files and everything that we collect, we have them. We have a period where we will write to possible government ministries and agencies that can host our PYPs.
Okay.
We'll ask you, how many do you want? Tell us what kind of criteria, if we can find people who got degrees in chemistry or degrees in geology or degree in accounting or sociology or whatever,
Economics.
political science, economics. Just let us know what kind of people you're looking for, and then when we do our recruitment, we can send you one person that will fit in. For the 2 years that the person is working with you, we're going to be responsible to pay them take care of them, give them computers, make sure they got insurance. They will pay taxes to the government of Liberia. They will pay their social security contributions as well.
Why do you do all of that?
Because we are raising responsible citizens of Liberia. So we don't want people who will just not pay the taxes. You know,
Also
like,
to draft motivation.
yeah, you want people who are, you know, that will be, you know, we pay all of that to encourage young people because, you know, there's always 5-year experience in some jobs. When you just out of college and you want to work somewhere and like, you should have 5 years experience. But you don't have it. So we encourage you, besides encouraging you, we pay you stable source of income as a young person in Liberia. We help you in your career path, you know, like go to that way. This is where you want to go. We help you to get there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And I mean, all of this that you've said, do you get direct reports from the ministries, the agencies concerning your PYPs?
Yeah.
Or your PYPs report to you?
We do both.
Okay.
So every month, PYPs come back to us for training, as I said.
And you're looking for synergy in the reports.
Yeah. So they will
Why
give
this fragment?
Yeah, so they
fragmented?
give us reports as well. They fill time sheets every day at their offices, and it's attested by the supervisor at the ministry and agency. And then we go to them every 3 months, every quarter, to find out how is this person doing. What is there anything they need to improve? Is there anything, you know, they give us feedback. We talk to the offices as well to find out what's happening in their offices. We try to visit them all the time to find out, you know, like what's happening here. Is this person okay? They're doing okay? We send out papers as well to the ministry agency to give us feedback on each person.
Okay.
Like our first quarter for them as well has already gone out, and some of them already started sending their feedback from the offices. So we compare both and see what can we do to fix things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, Cecilia, is the application process actually publicized, or is just kept quiet on a low key? How do you get it? You know, when PYPP has put up application outside, or you check on the website. You as a newly graduate, you check on the website.
How do you get information?
How do you get information?
Okay. I got the information from a friend, like I said.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah,
right
go
now
ahead.
we are doing a massive
Okay, so it's all on
campaign.
Facebook.
It's on our Facebook pages. It's on our website, www.pyppliberia.com. It's also on, you know, like we share it everywhere on our
Because,
Instagram.
giving the
It's in the
professional-
newspaper as
Oh,
well.
okay.
It's also on the eMansion website. It's been there since August 1st. So we have it all around. So
Oh,
the
okay.
information is available, readily available everywhere. And then we started going on campuses, right? You guys, the
Yeah.
class
Okay.
10
Right.
decided to do outreach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in a particular cohort, how many persons do you look for?
Okay, so our cohort, actually, the number of persons is based on the funding that we get.
Okay.
So we usually take 20, sometimes 22, 24, but this cohort is going to take 20.
Okay.
Yeah, so based on if we get additional funding, we can stretch it. But it's like highly competitive because we want to take a small group that we can manage and we're able to, you know, pay. Because you can take hundreds of people and you're not paying them on time. So
Okay.
for the professionals, we pay them around the 25th to the 28th. They get paid on time. They get computer. When their computer broken, we fix it. They got medical insurance. So you got to ensure that you're able to cater to them, help them as well, place them as well. So we've been working on that. We can just take too many people that we can, but if we got more funding, we can.
Okay.
expand.
So since 2009 up to now, what is the impact?
Okay.
Yeah.
Impact.
Yeah, impact. Before
Okay.
we come to the challenges. and
Okay,
so
so let me give numbers first. We have 185 total PYP since that time.
Okay.
Yeah, we have some of the impact will be firstly for the young people. Some of them started at undergraduate degree level. Some of them have become PhDs.
Ah.
Yeah, we got 2 of our PYPs that became acquired PhDs after going through our program.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them is at the Ministry of Agriculture right now serving Dr. Moses Lulu. He's a PYP. When he started the program, he had written, they usually like write letters. We write
Yeah.
letters to ourselves to say why you want to see yourself in 5 years or 10 years. So for him, he told everybody that he wanted to be a PhD. And now he
And
has
when
a
you go
vision.
back to his letter, you
Yeah, he will go back to his letter in the 5 years. Then, after the 2 years, they can give it back to read it to yourself. What do you think? Then some people are saying, "Oh, I want to change my letter. Apparently, I I had written something too
little.
Yeah, too little. All the things in that letter I already done it in 1 year. So we have people like those.
So you update your letter?
No, they will just come back and say, no, you can't update. You can just continue and move on.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so people can always say, write what they want to do. So we have that. We have some people who started off as medical students. They became medical doctors. One of our doctors, in fact, just graduated with the Liberia College of Physicians. He's a graduate of our program. He started as a medical student. He went through medical college. He specialized as a doctor. The only psychiatrist that graduated this time, Dr. Zia, Moses Zia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's part of our program. So we have impact for the young people. Some of them rose from down, like from being just PYP interns to assistant ministers. Some of them, for example, Honorable Emmanuel Titi Soin at the Mindset Energy, he was a PYP, served, and then when President Weah became president, His Excellency appointed him as minister, assistant minister of mines. So he went through our program. Like you have a lot of impact. Besides that you can go to a ministry and agency anywhere in the country and know that there's a PYP. We go to work on time. We support the development agenda of the government of Liberia, and we also give our best. So the impact has been massive.
Yeah. Now, in terms of challenges, I mean, let's talk the challenges, because everything can be, rosy.
I understand.
Yeah, let's talk the challenges, especially behavioral misconduct on the part of some of your. Have you, had these kinds of cases?
Okay, it's rare. We have had some time where some of our PYPs will have some issues with their mentors and their supervisors, and we will go in and try to deal with it. For example, if somebody comes to your office and you ask them, you the supervisor or mentor, and ask them, say, what do you want to do in the next 5 years? Well, I want to be behind the desk and interviewing you. You understand that kind of thing? Somebody.
But you don't have journalism in your
we
training.
we do have journalism. Francia Wayne has a background in journalism as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got people who Tanya Wale is a journalist. He's going through our program, but he's with FDA now, Forestry Development Agency.
Okay.
So we have a whole range of people. We got journalists, we got accountants, we got different. Anybody you're looking for, we got it.
Okay, yeah. So I was asking.
Yeah.
About,
So that for that one, we have challenges where people have like different opinions and stuff, and then we change. One of the other challenges is like after the 2 years, absorption, like keeping them. Because young professionals, for example, where they're placed right now, they're supposed to be at the Liberia Geological Survey. She's going to be working there, learning. You're going to be giving her all the information.
For how many months?
For 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, 24 months.
Oh, okay.
So for that 24 months, she's going to be paid by us.
Yeah, after the 24
After
months.
the 24 months, she Liberia Geological Survey is supposed to absorb her. Sometimes.
What if it's not possible?
So it takes time. Sometimes, even if it's possible, the amount that they pay is going to be lower than our salary sometimes, and so it like a demotivation for our professionals. They like stay there. Some of them serve the country for a long time, and then they get better offers, and then they decide, I'm going to go to the private sector. But it's still building the next generation of Liberian leaders, in my opinion. Yes. So those are some of the issues that we have. Sometimes they have issues with being, like once you go to a new place, everybody look at you with. Yes, president, we aspire, or president said, like whoever president said, president's young professional, aspiring for the president, or they're doing that kind of, so they have.
These are the challenges.
Yeah, sometimes they show you this paper, I can show you this, but I don't care what you do. In the next 5 years, you will not be where you are right now, and so you need to prepare the.
What about workload?
Workload. Yeah,
like you go to a particular ministry, you as PYP, and they just bubble you up with all of the work because you're almost like volunteering.
Yeah.
Do you experience those kinds of things? Not you specifically, but these things come up.
Yes, sometimes maybe they can talk about theirs. Sometimes people just buckle them, but usually they do certain we do some technical trainings that get you
work on the stress.
Yeah, work on the stress management.
Emotional intelligence was
recently
taught us in our training. So so we are trained to work under pressure. Yeah. So and then if you are lucky enough to have a fellow PYP with you, they help you, teach you what to do. Okay, this is what happened at so and so point in time. Maybe when you're doing geology, the rainy season, maybe you'll not have too much of work, but the dry season, there will be a lot of work coming in. So you have to do this, you have to be prepared, So you have other people trying to push you and prepare you for what is to come.
Okay. So, Madam Edie, talk us through the current recruitment exercise. The steps. Where are we now?
Okay, so for now we're still open. From August 1st, we open and up to 31st.
Of
So
October.
yeah.
Oh,
So you have to bring certain documents. It's listed on our website, but I'll just give you a few. So first of all, to be eligible, you should be a librarian. Second, you should be 18 to 35, 35 and below. You should be a recent college graduate, 3 years. 3 years, up to 3 years, like 3 years ago you graduated, you can
Okay.
apply. So one recent fresh graduate.
3 years down to now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so if you graduated this year, it's fine.
Okay.
Or you finish all your courses and you're
Waiting for graduation.
ready for graduation and you have a 3.0 GPA and above. So we
Okay.
can take 3.99. We can only take 3.0 and above.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I gotta emphasize that because some people get some questions.
So
about
3.1.
3.1, okay. 3.2, okay.
Or
3.5,
3.0 up to.
yes.
So 4.
Oh,
So when you
Yeah.
got 2.999,
No.
no, we can't take you
Okay.
still. So 3.0 and above. And then you have to give us your transcript as well as some of your documents. You have to bring your national ID card. I told you we're building responsible citizens. So
Okay.
national ID card to say you're a librarian. Yes, COVID. Maybe they can help you with the other list
Yeah,
of things.
passport.
No, not passport. Just national ID card is
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
And then you have to give
2
us
recent passport size photos.
photo. Yeah,
Okay.
You also need a
Police
national
clearance.
identification
yeah.
number. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Police clearance.
Yes. A
Okay.
recent one, a recent police clearance.
Okay.
And you also bring a 500 words essay as to why you feel you are qualified to be part of the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is after you read through the program and you know what it stands for.
Yeah, then you ask
It's
yourself,
part of your
why
application.
am I qualified?
Okay.
Why
Oh.
do I think I want to be part of this program? Then you write an essay.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
so
And-
that's one
and-
of the requirements.
It's one
Okay.
of the requirements.
Then you put that in a file.
A CV as well. So you can bring it one that, for example, you still got a few more days to go up to the 31st at 5 p.m. So if you have right now, you have your CV, you have your essay, you have your police clearance, your NII number. You just come and tell us, oh, I'm ready to apply. I don't have all the documents. Can you open it up for me right now? Yeah, I'll bring the other one before the end of the time. So you can bring everything. Little by little, we'll open your file. Once you get there, we change your name to a number to ensure that transparency. Nobody will just look at it. I'll not just look at your file and say, oh, this person, I know this person name and then. So we'll cover all the names so that we have it in a file, in a numbering system and all of that.
So after the 31st,
Yeah,
how
so-
long does it take to be
Okay.
called
Okay,
or
so
shortlisted?
so after the 31st, we will come back, look at all the applications we have and do a first reading. First reading is just to ensure that the checklist that we want for application, you have it. Once you
All of the requirements.
Yes, in the file. That's the
Okay.
first reading. Once you have that, we sort it out. And then we call a second group to come and verify that. To make
Okay.
sure what the first group said is correct. We do that. Then the second thing is we'll shortlist everybody and say come and take your aptitude test. Aptitude test means a writing test.
So let me hold you there, Madam Edie. You looking for 20,
Yeah.
and out of the applicants, 30 have all of the requirements correct.
They're going to the next stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you drop.
The next stage is you take tests. You take written tests.
Okay.
Anybody can write essay for you and you bring it to us. So
Okay.
you're gonna write a new essay to say, here you write we'll give you a new question to write. And then we send it to experts to grade. Your name is not gonna be on it, you're just gonna have numbering.
Okay.
So they will look at it, correct it. We get 2 people at least. You
Assigned to.
to correct the papers.
Okay.
So you correct the paper and then you pass the same papers to another person who's gonna correct it. You score it as well, the person score it. We add the 2 scores and divide by 2. Have an average, that will be your final score. Then we sort from highest to lowest.
What's the failure grade?
It's not failure grade. So if the highest person that scored in the test based on the 2 corrections in the average is maybe 98, everybody 97, 98, 97, you know, like that. So we take another additional top and call them for a group interview.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe the top 30 or top
So
40.
if the tab, if the tab is stops 80.
80%.
So 80 will be the benchmark.
Yeah. No, we don't have. We just like ranking you. You know, like the highest number. So we take the top.
Okay.
You know. So if you come and write an essay first and you get good, and then you come and right in front of us and your scores drop, we have all of those scores, and then we rank based on the highest scores.
Okay.
The highest scorers will be the top 40 that would go to the next
To the
round.
next stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll write you back and say, sorry, you didn't make it for this stage, but you can apply again if you are eligible.
Okay.
So we come to something called emotional intelligence, where we put you in a round table discussion with all the other people, maybe divide them into 10, you know, like every 10. Have a round table discussion, have something that you look at and say, this is our menu for the day. You guys are supposed to have a meeting among yourselves, and we have just people to watch and score you and see how you will react. Yeah, to see like who would be bossy, who would be intolerant, those kind of people.
So you look for how you express.
How you express yourself, how tolerant you are as well, how you are able to work as a team to come up with the things that we give you, and we have people watch. Yeah, and then after that portion, we do another something.
So you're not supposed to be timid, but you're not supposed to be bossy.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to be. There's some people.
You're not supposed to be nervous as well.
Well, nervous is not that bad, but the people who will yell at others, and for example, when I did the program 11 years ago to my group interview, there was somebody who literally insulted somebody around the table. That person is not going to join. We're going to drop you. And that person dropped.
How do you know that your voice was loud enough to irritate?
It's not really loud enough. You have the people standing around.
I want to be, I want to look at how you look at that. So I mean, I have interest.
No, we don't have like. It's not me gonna look at it. We have people from outside, like maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know them.
Yeah, we don't know the people. You don't know the person. The person just gonna come and watch
Okay.
and see. Yeah, you better no. I mean, you can't do that. You know how people argue in Liberia?
Yeah.
So we don't want those kind of things because you're gonna be working with the government of Liberia and different entities. You got to be respectful, intelligent. You're able to convey your feelings without, insulting other people. That's typically we're just looking to check. And then after that portion, you go to the final interview stage, where they will ask you questions to, see whether you're able to do this.
Okay.
And then finally you get called. And then by the next year, which is 2023, you start.
Okay, so it starts 2023?
Yeah, you start like they started. The whole recruitment thing is at the end of the year, and then they start fresh, 2023.
January?
Yeah, around January, April, February. Yeah, they start February. They got to come to us for 2 weeks rigorous training and orientation before, and you got to sign some papers that you will be respectful, intelligent, and that kind of thing. And they got some code committed and that kind of thing to the program.
And you could be dropped.
If you don't to, what you're supposed to do.
Okay, so you're listening to the Super Bonnie Show on ELBC Radio with me, Vafli Kamara. I have Madam Siata Stevens Damida. She's the Executive Director of the President's Young Professionals Program, the PYPP. I have Cecilio Fala. She's of Class 10 of the PYPP program, and G. Plassen Plaka, also from the Class 10 as well. We're talking about the PYPP. Now, in terms of productivity in the public sector, how have your alumni contributed to that over the years?
Productivity in the public sector. First, for me, I sit here as with two hats. As an alumni of the program who has contributed to the overall development of the country, as well as the executive director passing down the torch of leadership. So our alumni, you can see them everywhere. For example, the Ministry of Commerce, both the controller and the deputy controllers at PYP, helping to control what's happening here. And then you have, as I told you, the PYPs usually would do a lot of background work. Sometimes you will not know that this job has been started or done by a PYP, but there are a lot of things that happens. For example, I would give my own experience as a PYP. Serving as a PYP, my experience was with the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, and then I had to move on to the Permanent Mission of Liberia to the United Nations. At the time, Liberia was hoping, President Sirleaf at the time was the co-chair on Sustainable Development Goals High-Level Panel, and I was part of it. And Liberia needed that goal 16 of the Sustainable Development Goals stay in the document. So as a PYP, my work was to go to these meetings, track what's happening in the room, make sure I see which countries want these things off the books and how we can communicate effectively so that this can stay. So for the entire negotiation period for the high-level panel, the open working group on sustainable development goals, all those different events led to what we have now as the SDGs. So goal 16, which is on peaceful society, stayed in that document because of some of our work, our background work, that we help our ambassadors contribute, stay at the table. And these things stayed because we as a country wanted that. So you were
That's
not
a success for you.
yes. So a success not just for me but for the program,
For the
impacting
Yeah.
what happened in our country, as well as serving several ministers of foreign affairs. I served the last foreign minister of President Sirleaf's government, and I also served the first foreign minister of His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah government. So in that position, I was able to ensure that everything I did was efficient, effective. The records are there, so you can talk to people. So our PYPs are able to ensure that they come to work on time, contribute to government development, the proper development agenda, whatever the development agenda that is going right now, we contribute to. Besides just creating jobs for young
You
people.
are apolitical.
Yeah, we apolitical, non-governmental as well, but we work with the government and the private sector as well because some of our PYPs are posted all around.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But you prioritize the public sector. than the
Yes, because the original idea was to ensure that you have young people that will take the mantle of authority as the next generation. Because believe me, whatever we do, all our leaders now will not be in power 10 years from now, or 15 years, or even 5 years from now. But who will be the ones to take over their places? So that is the essence of our program, to ensure that leaders who come have been taught by the people who are there now, and also people who are qualified, trained, talented, motivated to change our country. So you see, we got geologists right here, my man. You got chemists already in the studio. So,
I know.
so these are people that we need to,
Okay,
to
so
help make
just
Liberia
before we
better.
take calls, in terms of funding, how do you get funded?
Okay, so we funded, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to the government of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. George Manneh Weah, for the support we've received. So far, we've gotten up to 160,000 from the government as subsidy to run our office.
Okay.
So our donors also help us, but it's to run the classes that we do.
Okay.
You have class 10 right now. So class 10 is sponsored by the Emerging Public Leaders. It's an organization based in the US that has taken our model, the PYPP model, and decided to carry it to other countries. So as we
Okay.
speak, our model has been replicated and equipped to work in Ghana as
Okay.
well, under Emerging Public Leaders, and Kenya as well.
Okay.
So they help us, they raise funds for the 3 countries, and then they give us some of the money to support our programs here. And then also we have support from USAID. Our previous class 9 was supported by the USAID. They support us with different things. And other USAID projects also support us with logistical support,
Okay.
like generators,
Yeah, because I've been at the office.
yeah.
I think it's well organized.
Yeah, you see some of the stickers and our thing with our sponsors, right? Even our vehicles, they give us cars, they give us, we need cars to go and do these performance management and things like those. So we got Government of Liberia, USAID, and Emerging Public Leaders for now.
Okay, so you can call us on 0880514-096, 0880514-096, 077-058-1886, 077-058-1886 to be a part of the program. We're talking with Madam Siata Stevens Damida. She's the Executive Director of the President's Young Professionals Program, the PYPP, Cecilia Fala and G. Plazen Plaka of Class 10 of the PYPP. So call us on 077-058-1886 or 0880514-096. So as we expect the call, Madam Edie, class 11 starts 2023.
Yes.
And how long we'll okay. Let's take this call first. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. What's your name?
I'm Stanley E. Jackson, calling from Painesville.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, okay. I want to appreciate you for this program and the getting still there for the high level of understanding that she has just put forth when it comes to BYPP. And I just want to appreciate her very well. But my concern here is as to whether the section now they are running section 10 or code 10, they are taking on recruitment, whether they are accepting people, how can one be part of the process?
Okay, she will talk that again because she said it already. Just keep listening, yeah?
Thank you very much.
Okay. So call us on 0880-514-096, 077058-1886. So I was asking, how long does the program take and when does deployment take place? So let's hear from this caller first. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, what's your name? Let's hear you, Aaron.
I'm well, thank you. Okay, Mr. Gongwe. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. So call us on 0770581886, 0880514096, 0880514096. Yeah, so good morning. Morning, what's your name?
I am Sebastian. I call from the Bad Hotel.
Let's hear you.
First of all, I appreciate your talking to your guest, and I really admire all the way she challenges you even with communication. However, I have two concerns.
Mm.
One has to do with the decentralization, whether they have something in mind of that nature, the decentralization of the.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Are you there? Yeah, I think you're talking about decentralization, right? Okay, sorry.
Of the PPY or whatever of their program, and us manually, there are other people out there who are not, who are not electronically empowered.
Okay.
And another concern has to do with the incorporation of undergraduate, those who are doing their undergraduate program. I mean, high school graduates who want to enter college, whether they have something of that nature in recruiting such people.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning. We can take this call.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine. What's your name?
Thank you, Miss Green, for Santa County, Greenville.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'd like to thank you to my sister who is here. But the problem I have in Liberia is that everything should be in Motivado. And Motivado only is Liberia. It's become a good program to be decentralized in the country. But everything more, when you're concerned with tomorrow, to put it there, for some tomorrow it's 10,000, 15,000, to come by it's 10,000. And they're going to see when decentralized, it's difficult for the Liberian people. So I believe that this program to be decentralized. Thank you very much for the program.
Okay. Thank you. We can take one more call and come back to our guests right here. Call us on 0770581886 or 0880514096. Okay, let's take this call on this side.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yes.
Morning, what's
Good morning to the whole thing, also the studio here that are doing this. I'm Richmond Dima, I'm speaking from Triangle Estate. I want to be grateful to the other things doing and to start wherever
Say?
For Viva TV,
Uh-huh.
organization, I guess it's on every opposite side.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I wanted to ask if it is only restricted to college graduates.
Okay, sure. Answer you.
Okay.
All right. So, Madam Edie, you want to start with the last one?
First of all, I want to start with the decentralization one.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Prince, from Sino County, and Mr. Togba concerning decentralization of the program. We have been talking about it for a long time, but it requires a lot to do to decentralize. First and foremost, as part of our 6 components of our program, to encourage the decentralization and encourage young people to want to go out of town, a component of our program takes these young professionals to the counties every year, once every year. So for this class 10, we were last in Bon County. It was the first time going to Bon County. They had intended to go to Sino County, Prince, but we couldn't go there because the bridge was broken. The bridge we were supposed to travel on in August wasn't working, and I didn't want to put them at risk, so we had to just go to Central Bon County. It was our first time visiting since we started the program in 2009, visiting Bon County. So we intend to decentralize. We hope that we can roll it out. It's part of our 5-year strategic plan to roll out in different counties, maybe starting in counties that are closer and able to work with. We hope to work with, have some series of meetings with the Ministry of Internal Affairs, because we have decentralization policy, I think, of Liberia. We intend to work with them. We usually take professionals all the time. Like every class, every cohort have been to 2 counties when they do their program. So for Bon County, we interacted with the superintendent, we talked to the youth, we talked to the traditional leaders, we talked to different people. We went to the courts as well, the 9
Judicial.
sacred courts as well. So we go to these counties to get knowledge of what the counties are doing in terms of local governance. So it's something that we want to do. We hope that we can get funding to do that, to move to the counties. Instead of bringing people to Monrovia, we will just have people right in the counties. For example, we go to Sino County, recruit in Sino County, and let them stay there and work in Sino County. And we do trainings all the time for people there, the same way the program works here. So we intend to do that. We hope that we can get the logistics and support to decentralize. So we hope that we'll do it someday. It's part of our plan. Concerning whether the program is only for college graduates, sorry, we get a lot of questions like that. But for now, our program, UNE, is specifically tailored for college graduates with first degree, at least first degree. Some master's students also apply for our program. Master graduates also apply for our program. But we hope that we can cater more. Part of our strategic plan is to work with high school students in terms of career development, career training, how to wear CV and stuff like that. But we will do that shortly when we have the required funding. We have a whole pool of professionals that can impact how people think about career, think about that. So we have those things on our books to work with them, but not to employ them for now. Concerning deployment, manually, our program is actually manual. So we don't require people to send things by email. You can bring your hard copies to our office here, hand deliver your documents as well. But we require that at least you know something about computer to be able to take our test, just basic computer skills. And then once you come, we can beef up the training. We work in collaboration with STARS to train our professionals for this. Concerning the deployment, it's based on the timing that we get feedback. Because we write to the HRs and the heads of agency, and then we work with them too.
So you can graduate and still wait until you get feedback. You can graduate
from where?
From the program. You can put up a cohort. And await feedback from.
No, for example, before you are placed to work there, for example, when they come and apply, we give them offer letters. They are supposed to come to maybe be assigned at the National Lab, National Standard Lab. We go to Commerce Ministry and talk with them and everything, and then we. So once you finish with the 2 years is when we have the graduation. You finish with the whole thing. So after the 2 years.
So you don't graduate until you don't work.
You gotta make sure you give your time and everything.
Oh, okay. Because graduation is complacency. You graduate now.
So you gotta go through the whole 2 years before you graduate.
So what I was thinking, I think this is a recommendation that just quickly before we go, that you set aside you know, a percentage of your recruitment or your recruits for rural Liberia. Let's say, for example, Bon County has Cottington University. You say, okay, for the rural areas, we say, okay, 60% of our recruits or 40% of our recruits should come from rural Liberia.
Okay.
Then the 60 can come from Montserrat.
Cottington University is one of the highest we get from some of our PYPs actually.
No, you trying to appease those from the rural areas.
Yeah, no, but what we want to do is not just take people from Cottington University. We want to have people within the counties that graduated from Cottington University willing to contribute. You know, right?
There.
People, yes, that's how we want to do our decentralization. Not just bring people from there to Monrovia. No,
Okay.
we want to go there.
Okay. I mean, it's added to the recommendation.
Yeah, okay, so we add that for
Yeah.
That's what we want to do.
Okay, Madam Edie, let's hear from you finally because we have an OB then. Okay, we can start with you, Plasm.
Okay, so thank you very much for the opportunity, and to all of our listeners out there, I want to say thank you for giving us your attention. And one thing I can say is that this program, many of us started on right after college. It was a kind of challenge, there was a kind of gap, especially with the experience. And we see that this program is a gateway to realization of us getting to that 3 years experience or 4 years experience, 5 years experience. So give it your best shot. Make sure that nothing discourages you, especially when it comes to maybe getting your police clearance or certificate. That's one thing that holds some people back, but I think the process is a bit easier now. You can move on smoothly with it.
Okay. Let's hear you, Cecilia.
So thank you for the opportunity to be here. So I just want to speak to the females out there. Give this a shot. I mean, you don't have to know anybody at the program to be accepted. Just put in your best work and show it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lastly, Madam Edie, before you give your parting comments, I'm employed at LBS. I get out the program. You assign me to maybe LBS. Do I benefit from the stipends?
No, you already with LBS. Why you?
Or you assign me?
We don't want you to we don't want to take you from LBS, my dear. We want you to remain here and serve. We want people who
but
are.
do I benefit from the stipend?
We don't want to do that kind of complication, my dear. We want you to stay
Because
here.
you already
and
have
serve.
a source of income, right?
Yeah, you already have the source of income. We
Okay.
want you to stay here. But if you
Okay.
intend to benefit from our program, you can come, and then we can still do the training for you.
Oh, okay.
Just for you, only
Oh.
you in the seat. But thank you for having us. We are happy that you could allow us to come on your shore. We encourage everybody to apply, especially the females. Come on, you have a female executive director. Please apply. Every other females with the 3 points and the 4.0, please apply for our program. It's really meritocratic, and you would get it based on merit if you work hard. So thank you so much for having us, and please apply for our program. Deadline is October 31st.
Okay, well, she's Madam Siata Stevens Damida. She's the executive director of the PYPP. That's the President Young Professionals Program. You also listen to Cecilia Fala of Class 10 and G. Plassen the Plaka of Class 10 as well. We've been talking about the PYPP. My name is Vafle Kamara. Keep listening. This is the Super Morning Show. Shortly, we join our outside broadcast at the Corona Hotel on 25th Street, where the Carith Development Organization is hosting the first communication event on talking agribusiness in Liberia project, and Anthony Williams is there to bring you